What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is my preview for the upcoming UFC 316 pay-per-view card on Saturday. Haven't done one of these for a while because they've all been absolute piss poor. This is a bog standard pay-per-view card. People are getting a bit hyped about it because you've been just starved of a good action, not just star power. It's not just about star power. It's about good fights and quality fighters, because you've got to remember, a lot of these fight cards in the past, a lot of the guys that made the fight cards what they weren't stars, weren't known. They became stars, became known because of their performances, and there you go. But a lot of these people are just contenders, contender series 12 and 12 guys who shouldn't even be in UFC. The amount of guys that come into UFC now and just get washed out of UFC. I used to know every single fighter on the roster. It's impossible, even if you're balls deep in MMA like me. It's impossible to know now. But without further ado, let's get into have a look at these prelims. So first up, we had a Mario Bautista versus Vera. Vera withdrew through injury. That would have been a good fight. I would like to see them run that back, whether Bautista wins or loses. Man, Cheeto could do with a win, bless him. I like Cheeto, man. He's had a fucking hell of a time. Markel Medeiros versus a debutant, Mark Choinsky. Never heard of him because I don't watch a Dynamite Contender Series. Did he go for the Contender Series? No. Oh, he was a champion, though, in Anthony Pettis FC. Ugh, whatever that's worth. I'm going to go with Medeiros. Next, William Salkid versus Y. Anal Ashmuse. So Y. Anal Ashmuse, this got the Australian guy, Quillan Salkid, he had a win over Top Jeet. But, I mean, that was nothing. The guy got dropped off the first punch that landed and was out cold. Yeah, Top Jeet ain't nothing to be proud of winning. He's a massive favourite. And Y. Anal Ashmuse is a pretty big underdog. I don't think he should be that much of an underdog. He's a half-decent fighter. But we'll go with Salkid, if that's how you say his name. I mean, he doesn't look like that. His name should be something like that, but... weird. I know there's a boxer called Ronald Quilnan or something like that, so I think it must be an Australian kind of name. Ju Sang Yu versus Jerka Sarig. He has actually got a loss to Top Jeet. Top Jeet's only win in the UFC, so 100% I'm going with Ju Sang Yu. And then we have Kong Wang, the woman who has a win over Valentina Shevchenko, came in with a lot of hype and was flexing and stunting, acting all kinds of cocky, and I was actually liking it. And she came in, people were like, oh, this little victim from Brazil, whoever she is, she's just in there to be a victim. Mate, she nearly put her goddamn lights out. She nearly sparked her clean out and then choked her out, but she could have knocked her out if she wanted, because she was basically knocked out, and she put her to goddamn sleep. But if you want to have a look here, she's a damn hottie. She is fine. Look at that. I mean, she got the chest of a teenage schoolboy. Flat as a pancake, but I mean, look at that face. And I'm not even big on Asian women, not to be disrespectful. She's a fighter and all. I got respect for her, but that is one cute face. And let's have a look at her opponent. I mean, she's good at sending and it ain't fighting. I'll say one thing. I think she's got a losing record too. Yeah, she does. I mean, Lipsky, man. She might as well just quit the UFC now and go straight to OnlyFans, because she has got one hell of a career in OnlyFans. I mean, if she set up an OnlyFans, she'd probably have 10x her entire career earnings, including UFC and out of UFC and other sponsorship deals, which she probably got a few of because she's fit, good-looking woman. I mean, she probably 10x that in 24 hours. Do you know what I mean? Just with a couple of, classy side-on nude and a nip slip here and there, and a couple of feet pictures. People are into that shit, aren't they? Next up, Chaos Williams versus Andreas Gustafsson. This is going to be a sick fight. Gustafsson, I looked at his record earlier. His amateur career, he went like 10-0, 11-0. Had a win over CLD, Chris Leroy Duncan, if that's worth anything, which I don't think it is. Won 3 belts, defended one of them once as well in the amateurs. Guy looks like a serious fighter, a serious unit. Chaos Williams, we know what he's about. These guys are going to go... I think he got choked out to sleep in his last fight, didn't he? Chaos. Let's have a look. Technical dash choke. Yeah, so technical means he didn't tap. He got put to sleep. Technical submission, as Bruce Buffer would say. I don't know what I'm going to go with here, but I'm excited for this fight. I'm going to go with Gustafsson. Screw it. I mean, the UFC jitters might get him. Do you know what? No, I'm going to go with Chaos Williams, but I think Gustafsson's got a bright future. Sergey Spivak versus Waldo. I'm not Black Cortez Acosta. I think win or lose, he needs to fight Derek Lewis. He needs to He needs to, pay the toll and fight Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, next. Rightly so. Loves Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis needs to put H-Town on that boy, as he says. I'm going to go with Spivak. I don't think Costa's going to be able to stop the takedown. But if it stays on the feet, Costa will win decision, which I don't think it will. So I think it'll go to the ground, Spivak decision. But if it stays on the feet, a Costa decision. But I think Spivak will get him down. Azamat Mirzakhanov versus Brenson Ribeiro. It's a shame we didn't have Johnny Walker, because I think we would have had some inflatable tube man action, flailing inflatable tube man action from the knockout that he would have received almost guaranteedly. Azamat Mirzakhanov by KO. Brenson Ribeiro, we salute you. We salute you for stepping up. You're the man, but you're going to get put to sleep. Put to kip. Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. I think he's a live dog in this fight for a 400 heavy underdog. Bruno Silva, I mean, let's have a look at his record. He's not as bad as what his record would suggest. Yeah, he got sparked by Manal Cap, but he got wins over Cody Durden, Tyson Lam, Victor Rodriguez, and JP Buys. Lost his first two against David Dvorak and Tagir Ulanbekov. He's a decent fighter. Joshua Van by decision. I mean, he did get his soul taken by Energy. I mean, that was brutal, but he's bounced back since then. Luque versus Holland. Holland is known to spunk a fight. He's a 275 favourite. I'm actually favouring Luque in this fight. If he turns up motivated, injury-free, ready to go, all in shape, and is 50% of what he can be, he smokes Holland. Main card. Bautista versus Patchy Mix. This fight, I might be more excited. I think I'm more excited for this fight than any other fight on the card. I wish they'd given him a more interesting, fun opponent. But, I mean, let's have a look who was bantamweight. Who else could they have matched him up against? I mean, I would have rather see him fight Song. Who else would I have rather fight? Oh, I mean, Triple C, that would be a good one. I mean, Triple C would welcome him, I'm sure. Oh, Peter Yan, that would have been a good one. Oh, do you know what? Even Umar. They should have put him in against Umar. If I'd have brought him in, I would have matched him against Umar. Come in, you fight Umar, balls to the wall, roll the dice. You win, you got a title shot. You don't, back in the pack. Simple as that. That's what I would have done personally. Patchy Mix, this guy shouldn't. He's 20th ranked worldwide. This bullshit. This number one bullshit, brother. Number one bullshit. The guy is literally top three easily top three. The guy is a giant. I mean, when people say, "Oh, he's massive," and it's a flyweight, you're like, "Shut up, DC. He's not massive. He's a tiny human being." This guy is massive. It says he's 5'11" on his profile. I think he's more 5'9", 5'10"ish. Looking at him in the cage against other 5'6", 7', 8 guys, but he is huge. His back is wide as hell, and he's not wiry. Usually, when you think of a big, tall bantamweight, you picture like a really wiry guy, like a. Do you know what I mean? Like a really like a Dominic Cruz type build or something, like a long lanky guy. But Patchy Mix, nah man, he's a built tank, mate. And I think he ragdolls Mario Bautista. If he doesn't, I'll put it down to UFC jitters. Win or lose, I think he'll fight for a UFC title, and I'd be shocked if he doesn't. And I think he'll win one, but I'll be shocked if he doesn't at least fight for a UFC title. I think he takes Bautista out in the third round by submission or has a strong decision victory. Next up, Kevin Gastelum is fighting for Mexico against Joe Pyfer. You got to do this for Mexico. Gastelum, I say, is a more talented fighter. Joe Pyfer can be an animal and a handful at times, but after that Jack Hermanson performance, I literally jumped, tucked, and rolled clean off the Joe Pyfer train. Even though it was going high speed, I just tucked and rolled, and I was out of there. And he gonna have to show me something to get me back on that train. I wouldn't be shocked if Gastelum won this fight, but Gastelum just, I mean, he's the biggest what if in UFC history. He's just such a waste of talent. I mean, there's so many people who've got nowhere near the talent of Kevin Gastelum. They work so hard, they try so hard. Like, imagine Merab's work ethic. Imagine Merab's work ethic and everything like that in Kevin Gastelum's body. He's such a sausage, Gastelum. And I like Gastelum. I'm not hating on the guy, but it's just so fucking annoying. Like, he could literally be... He could have been the UFC champion. Like, he was on his way to be welterweight champion. He's got, like, the baddest chin in welterweight at the time. He's good everywhere. Just good power. Good everything. Just so frustrated. They anger me, fighters like that. They give all the talent, everything, and they just don't want to work hard. And they just don't want to diet. They don't want to do... Pisses me off. Talking about I can't make fucking welterweight because I'm too thick. You little 5'7" looking ass. Get on a running machine, you little 5'7". 5'8" ass. Damn Mexican. Next up, Kayla Harrison versus Pena. Kayla Harrison's going to run her over. It's going to be like a Mack truck versus a Volvo. Pena should be 10-6 realistically. She didn't even win that last fight against Raquel Pennington, who has just been through the ringer. Raquel Pennington is like washed and ringed out about 50 times. No disrespect, Rocky's a beast. She's a warrior, but man, she sucks, and so does Pena. And that fight sucked, and Pena shouldn't have even won it. Harrison whoops her. The only chance she got is if the bell goes to round 4, and Juliana isn't completely battered, compromised, her legs being kicked to shit or something like that, and Kayla's fading and like really struggling at that point, and Juliana's been fairly competitive, even if she's lost all the rounds, then we could see a fight. But I don't think it's going to get there. I think Harrison dominates her, round 1 or 2, bludgeons her. I don't think she's going to look for the submission. She's going to put a hurting on her, and I think she's going to do just that. I think she's looking to make a statement and then call out Amanda. I mean, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She's an insane athlete. I mean, just look at her. Like, if she's literally passing all these USADA tests, was she in the USADA? I don't think she was, but either way, she's passing some kind of drug test, isn't she? And the shape on her, I mean, it does not look natural. She looks like China from WWE or something. It is insane, the shape on her. But she strikes me as the kind of person who's like, I'm going to do that, sets her sights on something, puts her goal down, and she just gasses. She's like the type of person who's not going to... I think she's going to probably tell him to sign Pacheco just so she can fight Pacheco again. Like, I can't believe she didn't try and avenge that loss. But Kayla strikes me as a person who's like extremely dedicated, and when she puts her mind to something, she's going to get it by hook or by crook. So, main event, Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. Only thing making me think O'Malley has a chance, the UFC has this weird way for forever. I've been watching UFC since like 2007, 2006 times. And then this weird way you put these matches together, especially rematches, and you're like, this guy he got whooped, he ain't got no chance, and you just start. Why would you do this? Like the Diaz-Conor match, you're like, you don't want to do that again. You know, your guy's gonna lose 2 in a row to that guy. It's over for him. Like, you're gonna ruin his reputation. They have this way of just always, it works out in the UFC's favor. Just always, like it didn't with Cody, because they knew Cody. I think they thought they had a star there for a few years and a pretty popular fighter. But other than that, I can't think of times when it doesn't work out for him. But that aside, I think Merab dominates this fight, and he might even look for a finish in the 4th or 5th, I feel like, because that's what his trainer was saying. I'm not sure if Longo's going to be in the corner. I think he might be. I hope Longo's in the corner, because that's who you want in the corner. Longo's a straight shooter, no BS, tells you how it is, and I love Longo, man. He's cool as hell. I watch the Longo Minute sometimes, the Ray Longo Minute, which is obviously more than a minute long, but yeah, I love Ray Longo, love me some Longo, and yeah, he's a badass corner, man. Merab doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that is going to be out partying, chilling with females of the night, ladies of the night, partying, drinking, all that nonsense. I think he genuinely enjoys fighting, and unlike most fighters who even enjoy fighting, he enjoys training. Like Rampage Jackson hated training. He just could not get himself to train. He did not want to train. He hated training. But I feel like Merab just lives it all the way around. And I think it's going to be the same fight over again, but I think O'Malley doesn't even have that 5th round. I think Merab wins more convincingly this time, and I think we see a really depressed Sugar at the end of the fight, really, really thinking, like, what am I doing with my life? Do you know what I mean? I even think O'Malley might just get emotional. I don't know why. I think O'Malley might get emotional and be like, I'm retiring, and just obviously he'll come back, but he might retire for like a year or something and see how the division pans out. But yeah, man, Merab, my favourite fighter outside of the cage. Man, if I go for a drink with anyone in UFC and a night out, it would be Merab, man. He'd be drunk, climbing lampposts, doing pull-ups, and oh man, it'd be sick. Merab's just so cool, such a badass. I like Merab. I hope Merab wins, and I genuinely think he's going to win. And yeah, that's my predictions for the upcoming pay-per-view. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment, drop a like, whatever. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.